What is going on, guys? Nick here, bringing you a brand new cryptocurrency video. In this video, I want to talk about why 2018 will be another bull market year for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in general. We currently have about 6 or 7 days left here in December, and we will then be entering a brand new year for cryptocurrency. And once we're in 2018, it'll only be 2 years away from the Bitcoin halving that will happen 2020, where the amount of Bitcoin produced every roughly 15 minutes will be cut in half, basically creating more and more demand. If you guys don't know, Bitcoin has a limited supply of 21 million coins that will ever be produced. Right now, there's 16.7 million coins in circulation, so the extra 4 million coins roughly will be mined. And this is one of the main reasons why I'm so bullish on cryptocurrency in the long term, and why this technology is so different, and it's very unique. Obviously, tons of cryptocurrencies have based themselves off the Bitcoin kind of supply system, and this chart really is one of the most bullish things you can look at when it comes to Bitcoin. So this is basically the amount of Bitcoin and how it gets mined and produced over the course of time. So here you have your years. When Bitcoin was originated, there was 2.6 million Bitcoin automatically mined within the first year roughly. And as the chart goes down, we're currently in 2016 to 2018, and we saw our halvening actually that happened, I believe, December of last year. So it's been a year since our last halvening, where the amount of Bitcoin produced every 15 minutes dropped from 25 down to 12.5. And in 2020, you can see right here, it's 12.5, and it's going to drop to 6.25. And this is the amount of Bitcoin produced. So in 2020, there'll be 17.7 million coins. And throughout the next year, there's only going to be 600,000 mined. And the year after that, there's only going to be, 300,000 mined. So this is the percentage drop, the percentage increase. Every year, it's going to keep dropping percentage-wise. Less and less coins will be produced over a year. And up to 2020, 2024, like I said, there's still going to be 6.25 produced, and we're only going to mine about 300,000 coins that year. And after 2024, there's another halvening where it drops in half. So there's only going to be 0.6% of the Bitcoin increase. So take a look at this chart, understand it, and this is one of the main reasons why I'm so bullish on cryptocurrency. Of course, there's been plenty of Bitcoin forks, which is kind of counteracting that system if you think about it. If you have one Bitcoin, you received one Bitcoin cash, and there's another 16 million supply of that. So, having all these forks is kind of, eliminating that limited supply factor. There's not, just one Bitcoin anymore. There's multiple different Bitcoins, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Gold. Technically, one Bitcoin is worth over $15,000 if you've been holding your private key, because if you had one Bitcoin, you get one Bitcoin Cash. So let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart. We hit our all-time high of $20,000. We had a little bit of a double top out up here. As you can see, there's two little wicks here on the weekly chart that signaled the top. We then had our monster pullback, flushed out 50% all the way down to 10.3 thousand. If you were to buy the top exactly at 20,000, it pulled back to 10.5. That's about a 45% drop from the all-time high. So there's some people who bought at the top, and if they held, their money literally was cut in half. So everyone's saying that Bitcoin, it's free money, it's such an easy investment, thousands of percent increase, right? But there's people that do buy the top of these pullbacks, and on the way down, this is all those people panic selling. That's why we have a huge wick, a huge flush out, a lot of bear volume, and we bounce from that. If we zoom in here to the daily chart, you can see that we have bounced. We hit our 10.5, we bounced all the way up to 16.2. So, that's a 50% move if you were to buy that bottom. And now we are heading back down again. So I do think we are not at the bottom. If we take a look at this chart here on the 4-hour, for some reason, this chart really reminded me of an instance with Ethereum that happened multiple months ago when I was in the cryptocurrency space, when we saw a huge Ethereum, I guess you could say bear market. It was a bear market for, I'd say, about a month. If you go here to the Ethereum chart and go super far back to the point where it was only worth, $300-400, this is what I was talking about. We had our huge flush down, we bounced just like Bitcoin, and we just continued to lower lows, and we eventually hit a volume climax where that signaled the bottom. Volume climaxes usually signal the bottom, where it's just a huge volume spike. And then we continued with higher highs and higher lows. That's what made us break out of the trend. So as of right now, if we take a look at the Bitcoin chart, it looks very similar to that Ethereum chart. For some reason, when I took a look at this today, it instantly reminded me of the Ethereum chart for some reason back then when that happened. So I do think we are going lower for Bitcoin. I'm looking for a double bottom. That's what I'm really looking at. I'm looking for $10,000 even to hold so we can build some more support. Bitcoin usually doesn't have one flush out. it usually is a higher low or a double bottom. So we're probably going to get relatively close to setting a higher low around 10,300 or make a perfect double bottom here around 10,300. And then hopefully from then, we can just simply continue. Where's the drawing thing? Continue just, flush down and just continue higher highs and higher lows all the way back up to maybe the top. So that's definitely a possible case scenario. I do think a double bottom or a higher low close to 10.3K is going to happen. As of today, as you can see, another huge day of just, down 20%, multiple double-digit percent here on the coin market cap. Pretty much literally every cryptocurrency. There's only about one or two in here that are up on the day. If we zoom out to the more long-term perspective on the weekly chart, right here is the end of 2019. So we have all of this time within this range to see what's going to happen with Bitcoin. And I think it's very possible that, the fact that Bitcoin has grown so much, we're now worth $500 million in the total worth of cryptocurrency. As you can see, $500 million. It's very possible we simply consolidate within this range for the remainder of 2019. Based off this Bitcoin chart, this can be the top for quite a while. I'm not trying to say, it's the top for Bitcoin, you should sell right now. But I think it's very possible we see volatility drop, especially if we get an ETF approved now that these futures are in kind of this, in a situation in the markets. It's very possible that we don't see these huge, multiple 100% moves within 2019. I think it's very possible we consolidate within this range. And, overall, I am bullish on the long-term standpoint of Bitcoin. I think it's very possible that we do happen to break out of it. When you zoom it down like this, it looks very small, this move. And who knows, we could even go to 30,000. You really never know. So very possible, definitely a case scenario with Bitcoin that I'm looking at. So with that said, let's give away $100 worth of Bitcoin. Every single day I give away $100 worth of Bitcoin. All you have to do is like the video, be subscribed, and turn on post notifications and leave your Bitcoin address down below. With that said, let's pick a random winner to win $100 worth of Bitcoin. And the random winner is... I guess. I prefer Hashflare, bro. So I guess he was talking about my Genesis mining video yesterday where I pointed out the Monero contracts are profitable in the long term. So if you do prefer Hashflare, it is what it is. Looks like Bitcoin fees here are starting to go down a little bit more. So let's send him $100 worth of Bitcoin. Congrats to him for winning the giveaway. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Let me know what you guys think of Bitcoin here in the long term. When you zoom it down like this, it is very possible that we see, who knows, Bitcoin, rampage to new all-time highs. You never know, right? You never know. So thank you guys so much for watching the video. Hope you guys have a good one. Peace out.